Hello everyone. Now before we can talk about how to crack the VA section of IPMAT Indore, let's first understand what the section is all about. The VA section has about 45 questions which are a mix of reading comprehension, verbal reasoning, vocabulary and usage, and of course grammar. Now in order for you to reach the fairly high cutoff that the section usually has, you need to attempt about 40 odd questions out of these 45. And that too with a fair degree of accuracy. So we would expect somewhere around 85% to 90% accuracy. So how do we reach these high number of attempts with high accuracy? Only by being good at all the things that the section is testing. There is no scope for selective study here. So what we're going to do is, we're going to talk about each of these skills and how you can get better at each one. Let's first talk about the reading comprehension bit of the VA section. Now there are two passages, and based on these two passages, you have to answer about 12 questions. Let us assume that the pattern is not fundamentally going to change from last year. Let us also assume that it is not going to get more difficult as compared to last year. So keeping this in mind, I need to be able to attempt about 6 questions in about 4 to 5 minutes, and this is after having read the passage. Those of you who feel that you can probably answer the questions without reading, I would not advise. So you do have to read, and you have to read fast. We have seen that the passages are fairly simple and the questions are pretty much straightforward. You don't really have to process the information too much in order to get to the answer. However, out of those 6 questions, there might be 1 or 2 which are a little tricky. So you don't need to spend time on every question. If you feel that the question is going to take you time or you're not very sure of the answer, it's okay to leave 1 or 2 questions. So out of a total of 12, if you're attempting about 10 or 11, that's fairly good. Let's just try and make sure that we get most of them correct. Now, in order for you to do well at this, attempt as many questions with a good degree of accuracy, what you need to do is read every day. Again, there is no shortcut to success here. We have to read every day. Start with 20 minutes of reading, increase it to 30, and then perhaps 40. It is not only so that you can answer those 12 RC-based questions, it is also because the reading is going to help you get through the section faster. Let's understand that you have to read regardless of what section you're attempting. Furthermore, it's going to help you with vocabulary and usage, grammar, and even idioms. So get started with the reading every day. I'm not even saying that you have to write down a summary of everything that you read. All that you need to do is to ask yourself, what did I read about? What is the author trying to say? And if you're able to answer that question, then that's good enough. So get started with the reading today. Now let's talk about grammar. Not the favorite section for everyone, but in the exam, it's worth your while to attempt grammar questions. They are super quick and usually they are easy. However, they will not be easy if you do not learn the rules. I know that most of us have studied grammar in school, but let's understand that they're not going to ask you the definition of a noun or a pronoun. They're going to ask you how to identify the error in a sentence. Or rather, they're going to ask you to identify the error in a sentence. Another way that they can test grammar is to ask you which is the best way to phrase a particular sentence. And this is not particularly easy. So, let's ensure that we revise or learn the grammar rules stepwise and practice applying them. What are the concepts that you need to be aware of? Subject-verb agreement, pronoun errors, tenses, subjunctive mood, conditionals, modifiers and parallelism, and some miscellaneous concepts such as tag questions and perhaps redundancy. If you're familiar with these concepts, practice solving questions related to these concepts. Practice makes perfect, and you will do well in grammar. The next skill that you need to work on is building your knowledge of vocabulary and idioms. Now, we will first talk about the vocabulary and then we will get to the idioms bit. Vocabulary can be learned in 2 ways. The shortcut method is start learning word lists. Now, this might be difficult because the rate of forgetting for humans is very, very quick. Whatever you learned yesterday, you'll probably forget about 25 to even 50% of it today. So instead of simply trying to memorize a list of words, try to create your own ways of remembering them. That might include memorizing the word and associating it with an image. It might include writing down sentences in which you have used that word. It might also include memorizing groups of similar sounding or words with similar meaning. And sometimes the word roots might help as well. So once you know what a root means, you could probably learn all the words surrounding that word root together. So all of these are ways to remember words better. Nevertheless, it is always a good idea to keep revising. So what I normally do is, I learn a few words every day, let's say 5 or 10, whatever your capacity is. So Monday to Friday, you learn new words. Saturday and Sunday, you revise these words. The next week again, learn new words during the week, revise over the weekend. And at the end of the month, maybe take a look at the entire list at one go. So if you're short on time, start learning these lists. We have given you enough resources, and in case we have not given it to you, then I'm sure that you can find them online. Now, the other problematic aspect of the exam is verbal idioms. Verbal idioms are basically phrasal verbs or groups of words that have some sort of a fixed meaning, which is not literal. Now, you have to learn two aspects. What does the idiom mean and how it is used? We also come to know that in different sentences, that idiom can actually mean very different things. So again, there are two ways to learn idioms. You can start memorizing lists, but you could also simply read extensively so that you know how that idiom is used in common parlance. So depending on how much time you have, either go for the list method or the slow and steady reading method. Either way, make sure that you are reading, writing, revising, and also trying to use whatever you have learned in everyday speech. So if you're incorporating all of these methods, then I'm sure your vocabulary is going to improve. Now let's remember that most of us find vocabulary daunting, but these are also very, very scoring questions. So there is no way that you can get away from vocabulary building. Now, before we end, a short note on verbal reasoning questions. There is really not too much of a concern that you should have about it, because verbal reasoning is something that is unfamiliar to most students. And it is very easy to improve with practice. So whether it is a parajumble or some other type of reasoning question, with enough practice, you will get better at it. And in the test, you will find that the questions are not very difficult, nor are they very time consuming. So at the end, make sure that you are reading every day, that you're learning new words every day, either through reading or by making a list, and that you're practicing solving questions every day. After all of this, once you start taking the mock tests, push yourself to attempt more and more questions, and you will find that you slowly get closer to your goal. Wish you all the best.